Don't you love that?
It's great.
I mean, Manola has no questions for me about injuries anymore. It shortens the scrum by like 3 minutes, maybe 5.
I'll invent some.
I know.
Just as a follow-up to a couple of those, though, Jacob Lopez, grade 1 flexor strain. I know there's been a roster move yet, but I'm guessing it's going to be out for a while. That's probably safe to say.
Yeah, there'll be a pending roster move. Obviously, we wanted to wait for the result of the MRI today, and again, the timing of the release to the medical report was kind of in lieu of the timing of the MRI and the reading. So, for Jacob, it's unfortunate as well as he's been throwing the baseball. But it's the best of I think the news that we could be getting back. So there's a chance. I think we're going to shut him down and give it some time, but also a chance maybe to just get him, even if it's an inning, out of the bullpen maybe at the end of the season would be, I think, our best case scenario.
You were saying Beto possibly for tomorrow. Was that you decided on that?
Yeah, he'll be the guy that goes out in the first inning.
Oh, could be a opener situation.
We'll see how we land when we get there.
And I'm guessing for Lopez's spot, you're still considering that one.
Well, there's no definitive going forward as to who will fill that role.
Just a day off for Kurtz.
Yeah, again, he's been playing a lot. This is an opportunity to kind of reset him. I think you look at the schedule in front of us. We do have some more off days coming up, but this will be a 9-game stretch, and for him, he's been grinding. He's played more games than he's played his whole life, and it's just a good time to give him a day.
Zach Gelof's back. What was he doing in AAA? It seems like his at-bats are really good.
He's been swinging the bat better since he went down, for sure. He's been slugging the baseball. The power's back. I think he's done a nice job of being able to put himself in this position to come back here and get an opportunity to finish the season with us and leave a great impression going into the offseason.
Good to see Jacob Lopez's at bats in Seattle. Or Jacob Wilson, excuse me.
I was going to say, no, you're good. Jacob Wilson's at bats were good. I think the at bats leading up to it and his rehab assignment, we evaluated those. I think the confidence in his hand, the strength, being back, it looked like he's back to where he was before he got hurt.
School tonight on the mound for Detroit. Just what makes him so deadly to face every single time you guys face him?
Well, he's one of the best pitchers in the game, so his ability to execute pitches in the zone when he needs to, he comes after hitters. He's got an elite fastball and elite changeup, and anytime you have that combination, it's tough to pick one, and you got to make sure you pick the right one and be on time.
Now you have 3 players that can play second and third. Without using the word master, if somebody doesn't like it, what's your plan?
It's only taken me 4 years to realize that. Yeah.
What's the kind of movement you're going to do with Harris, Gelof, and Hernaiz in those 2 positions?
There's 3 positions on the field. There's also shortstop, so the young man is playing shortstop tonight. He'll also need some rest as we go, and so there'll be enough opportunity to utilize a rotation for those guys. And obviously, it's about performance, and if there's a player or two that are performing, and we'll also look for the best matchups and try to give them those opportunities as well.
How close is Severino to coming back? What do you want to see from that simulated game?
Well, I don't need to really see results, or I just need to have him confident he's ready to pitch. And I think the same game on Wednesday, if it goes well, we'll have a great conversation about the steps that he needs to go through to pitch in a big league game and be confident to do that.
Do you view matchups like this against the first place team as like sort of a measuring stick, or are you just looking sort of team from an internal perspective? How do you sort of view a series like this?
Well, I think it's a great opportunity for us to look at a club that's young, that really came together last season and made a great playoff run. It's our opportunity to go out and, like you said, playing as a team that we want to be and that we feel like we can be in our future. And the next 30 days, the goals, from the start of spring training was to be able to improve from last season, and I think that's in front of us, and I think the guys know that, so every game matters. Every game is going to be a game that, we want to go out and win, obviously.
Speaking of those improvements and the message that you had in spring training, the team is on pace to potentially have more wins than you had at last season. Just speak to some of the progression that you've had from last season to this season and what you're looking to carry into the future.
Well, I think the position player group has been the biggest growth. I think you look at every category across the board. Offensively, I think we've been better. Defensively, we've made small improvements, I think, from last season. Not as big of improvements as we would like to see, which again will be a focus going into the off season. And then from the pitching side, we had, if you can eliminate about 4 weeks to 5 weeks of pitching, I'd say that we've made some strides, and we obviously know that we need to be better there. So those are kind of the focals, going forward that I think we can build on and continue to get better with.
When you sign Urias, did you expect him to play so many games at second base? And what do you see the future possible for him that may be a contender with the up now?
Yeah, I don't know. Can we use his nickname, Weechup? Weechup? That was Luis Weechup.
Almost everybody that's called Luis is called
Weechup.
Yeah.
So Weechup and I had a good conversation today. I thanked him for everything he did. Coming here, when we signed him, it wasn't really to play second base every day. No, it was to be, a guy that could fill a role, and he ended up taking over that job and playing really well for about 2 months until he got hurt, and I think coming back from that injury, he wasn't consistent playing time. Some guys outperformed, some guys took advantage of their opportunities, and but I hope that if there's an chance for him to get on a roster that he can provide some impact on and help a club get to the playoffs, that happens for him for sure, because he's a great kid. I enjoyed him every day. He came prepared to play and was a great teammate to everybody. So I can definitely see him getting a chance.
How do you see the continued leadership of Brett Brooker? He has great history against Google, obviously, but just for the younger players as well, like Thomas and the other outfielders, how do you view his leadership?
Well, I think it will continue to grow. For Rook, he's a quiet guy. You don't see him outwardly going to guys. I think he does it in his own way, and kind of quiet conversations, one-on-one conversations. So, for us, there's some guys in that locker room that are going to continue to be leaders in their own way, and to continue to gain confidence in that role.
Thanks, Scott.
Appreciate it.